What's going on, guys? Me, Yugi's Vanguard here, and today I've got a Buddy Fight deck profile for you. I've been seeing that you absolutely go ham and cheese and macaroni on the views, and thought I'll bring you my friend's deck profile, which was used in the Buddy Fight game that I had, which was My Dragon Worlds. I run Armor Dragons, and he runs Dragon Knights. I run Armor Dragons. I don't know why I always get them mixed up. So, obviously he's running Dragon World. He is running 4 generic cards. So I'm going to get into the size 1s. One of the move card. Red Baron, pretty standard. When he's on the field, left or right, you can move him to the centre during the start of the battle phase. Of each player's attack phase, you can move him to the centre, which is pretty good. He runs one of this as a attacking card. On that has 1 critical, 4,000, sorry about the glare, 4,000 power, 3 critical, 1 critical and 3,000 defense. Him, 2 crit, 5,000 power and 3,000 defense. 4 Masamune, which is basically the systemic dagger clone. Pretty standard. 3,000 attack and defense and 2 crit. And he runs 5 copies of Dragon Knight Join the Arc. 1 he runs as his buddy, and he runs 4 in the deck. So it is legal in Buddy Fight to have 5 copies of 1 card, because 1 has to be your buddy, and that's basically what Buddy Fight is. I probably shouldn't have said that, because if you don't know what Buddy Fight is, you should probably watch a how to play tutorial on Buddy Fight and get to know Buddy Fight a lot better. So this is a pretty good card, 4,000 power, 1 critical and 5,000 defense. And that's the size 1s. Next he runs 3 Dragon Knight Budel. Basically, you pay 1 gauge to summon him, and you can return him to your hand and discard a card. Discard a Dragon Knight from your hand, and deal 2 damage to your opponent. He has 5,000 power and defense, and 2 crit. Next, for this guy, Dragon Knight What Up. Very strange name. And also, if you do want to know if Katana World or Katana World is out in English, yes it is, because Minino3, he's another Buddy Fight YouTuber, and some card fighters might know him as Card Fight 24/7. His Buddy Fight channel, well, basically product channel, he's done a box opening of BTO2, which is pretty good, and I'm not going to spoil too much about it. So he's a really good YouTuber, and he's got quite a few subscribers. Just saying that just for the heck of it, because it came into my mind when, at the time of recording this. And this guy, White Up, he has an act ability to tap him to destroy a monster with 4,000 or less power. He has 4,000 power, 3 crit and 3,000 defense. Now he runs 1 Geronimo. His core cost is pay 3 gauge, and put the top card of your deck into his soul for Soul Guard ability. And then he gains 1000 power for each Dragon Knight in the drop zone. So it is pretty good. And he has double attack and Soul Guard, so he is going to be pretty hard to defeat. And next he runs to this guy, and that's Geronimo. Geronimo! To this card, his core cost is to put 2 Dragon Knights from your field into the gauge, and then you can bring him out, and if he dies, so basically goes to the discard pile or the drop zone, whatever you want to call it, you can draw 2 cards. He has 3 crit, 4000 defense and 6 power. He runs for this card, pretty standard. Dragoblade, Dragobrave, Cascar. The equip cost is to discard a card and pay a gauge, 5000 power and 3 critical. Going on to spells. He runs a lot of spells. He runs 4 green Dragon Shield. Basically what it does is, if you have no monster in the center, you can negate the attack and gain 1 life. He runs 4 Dragonic Grimoire. Basically if you have 5 or less life, you can discard your whole hand to draw 3 cards, and you can only activate 1 Grimoire per turn. 2 twin attack tactics. When it's set on the field, which you have to pay a gauge for it to be on the field. Whenever a monster on your opponent's side of the field is destroyed by a link attack, so for example, just one quick second, so if I had these 2 on the field, and he had that guy on his field, sorry if I can't get this all in. Link attack. If you destroy this guy, you can deal 1 damage, which is actually really good. So say if your opponent is on 1 life and you manage to actually destroy one of their monsters or creatures, whatever you want to call it, you're able to destroy their card. Well, basically destroy a bit of their life, just a bit of life burn. He runs to this, pay 1 gauge to destroy a monster with 4000 or less power. Now here's his 4 copies of Buddy Charge. Basically when you activate this, you basically put the top card of your deck into the gauge, and if you have your buddy monster out, for example, if I was running this card, if I had a Rising Flare Dragon on the field, I could charge 2 instead of 1, and you can use multiple per turn. And this is the only generic card he runs. And a nice picture of Tsuku Ryoenji. He runs 3 of this card. Cavalry Academy. Basically pay a gauge and it's a set spell. All of your armor dragons, Dragon Knights, sorry. I always get them 2 mixed up again. All your Dragon Knights gain permanent 1000, so it's 1000 power and 1000 defense. And 1 slash strike Dragon Slasher. You can only cast it if you have a Dragon Knight in the drop zone. For this turn your weapon gets plus 5000 power, and for this turn you can attack with a weapon. For this turn, when you attack with a weapon, you choose a card in the soul of an opponent's monster and put it into the drop zone. So basically, is a good counter against Geronimo or Drum Bunker Dragon, so it is pretty good. Next on to the impact cards. He runs 2 Reckless Anger. You pay 4 gauge. When you don't have a monster in the center, you basically pay 4 gauge when your opponent has 4 or less life and you don't have a monster in the center. You stand your weapon back up and attack with it. He runs 2 shiny Gargantua Punisher and 1 normal Gargantua Punisher. Basically, everyone knows what this card does. Pay 4 gauge when your opponent has 4 or less life, and neither you or your opponent has a card in the center. You can basically deal them 4 damage, and in the anime it's a really broken card. And also there is a new Punisher impact card. It's called Dragonic Punisher, and it's actually not that good of a card if you think about it. And if you do want me to do a opening video of the new trial deck that came out for the Tsuku Ryoenji, which is TD03, and his last impact is Dragon Strike Arts Dragonic Kaiser Nova, which I actually went to Fanboy 3 and I sold this card to him because I bought 6 packs of the Burning Valor and pulled this card, so I'm happy about it. I also pulled him one of the double rare size 3s, this card. And also when I was in the tournament that day I got 2 packs and pulled a Jackknife Thunderstorm, so I was pretty happy about that. And he bought them off me for about 25 quid, 20 to 25 quid. And right now I have £50 in my wallet, so once I do get £50 more, I will pre-order 2 boxes of BT13 Catastrophic Outbreak. So please hit the like button if you want to see that, and also subscribe for some Buddy Fight content, Yu-Gi-Oh content, which I'm not going to tell you much about. If you do want to see some Yu-Gi-Oh content, please subscribe and comment if you do want to see some. Sorry, I just had to burp then. And yeah, so if you do want to see any other content on my channel, please put in the comment section below of any of my videos, preferably this one. And this one is pay 4 gauge, destroy all size 2 or less monsters on your opponent's side of the field, and deal 2 damage to your opponent. This will be an absolute troll if you win with this card. Like I play an impact. Troll-a-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. I hope that's not copyrighted, because I don't want to get a copyright strike. So I hope you all liked this video. Please smash the like button, and see you all in the next video. Peace.